Have you ever noticed your heart racing, your breath becoming shallow, or tension building up in your shoulders before you even realize you're upset? Maybe you've experienced a conversation that suddenly turned tense, and your body reacted even before you consciously understood what was happening. Our bodies constantly send us signals, early warnings, that emotions are rising. Yet most of us overlook these signs until it's too late, letting reactions spiral out of control. Imagine if you could recognize these physical signals the moment they appeared, giving you the power to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. How different would your relationships, your productivity, and your daily peace of mind be? The Stoics deeply understood the importance of body awareness. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and renowned Stoic philosopher, frequently reflected in his writings about tuning into his physical state to better manage his emotional responses. He knew that the body is a profound source of insight into our mental and emotional states, constantly providing clues that guide us toward greater emotional mastery. In today's episode of Inner Stillness, a Stoic journey to emotional mastery, we'll explore how to harness the incredible wisdom your body already possesses. You'll learn practical techniques that help you detect emotions early, simply by tuning into your physical sensations. By increasing your body awareness, you'll be empowered to make wiser, calmer decisions, no matter how stressful the situation might be. Together, we'll discuss how Stoic philosophers utilize physical signals to achieve profound emotional clarity, ensuring they weren't controlled by their automatic reactions. We'll dive deep into the fascinating science behind why your body often knows your emotions before your mind does, and how mastering this skill can dramatically reduce stress and improve your overall quality of life. But awareness alone isn't enough. That's why throughout this episode, you'll also gain practical, easy-to-follow strategies that you can immediately apply. You'll discover simple techniques like mindful breathing and body scanning, enabling you to recognize emotional signals quickly and respond with intentional calmness. As always, if you find value in these insights and want to continue exploring Stoic wisdom, don't forget to subscribe to True Stoic Way, your reliable source of practical guidance toward emotional mastery and inner peace. Your engagement helps build a supportive community committed to emotional resilience and clarity. By the end of this episode, you'll see your body not just as a passive vessel, but as a powerful ally in your journey toward emotional mastery. Embrace the transformative potential that body awareness holds and start rewriting the narrative of your emotional life, one mindful moment at a time. So let's embark on this enlightening journey together and unlock the secrets your body is ready to share. Stay tuned, stay engaged, and remember to like, share, and subscribe to True Stoic Way for more episodes and life-changing insights. Let me share a story about James, a highly skilled professional who had a reputation for being composed and effective under pressure. One afternoon, James walked into a team meeting feeling prepared and confident. But as the discussion unfolded, a colleague unexpectedly criticized James's recent work in front of the entire group, labeling it as inadequate and disappointing. Instantly, James felt his chest tighten, his breath shortened, and his pulse quickened, pounding heavily in his ears. His jaw clenched tightly, and a wave of defensiveness and anger began to surge through him. His immediate impulse was to snap back, to defend himself, to challenge his colleague's harsh critique directly. But James remembered something crucial he'd recently learned, something he'd picked up while listening to an episode of the podcast Inner Stillness, a Stoic journey to emotional mastery. He recalled how his body often reacted before his mind could fully process an emotion, providing crucial signals that he was about to lose control. James consciously chose to pause instead of reacting impulsively. He took a quiet, deep breath, subtly grounding himself. As he did so, he focused inwardly, noting the sensations in his chest, the tension in his shoulders, and the accelerated beating of his heart. By simply acknowledging these signals, James regained clarity. Instead of impulsively responding with anger or defensiveness, he calmly asked his colleague for specific examples and constructive feedback. This choice immediately changed the entire dynamic of the meeting, diffusing the tension and shifting the conversation from confrontation to constructive dialogue. Later that evening, reflecting on the day's events, James felt a deep sense of gratitude toward the simple technique he'd applied. He realized how close he had come to damaging his professional relationships and his reputation through an impulsive reaction. The early signals from his body, once recognized, had become a powerful ally, enabling him to maintain his composure and handle a difficult situation with maturity and grace. James shared his experience with friends and encouraged them to explore similar practices. He emphasized the profound impact that listening to his body's early warning signals had on both his emotional responses and his professional interactions. Just like James, each of us encounters moments when our body alerts us long before our mind fully comprehends our emotional state. These physical sensations, tension, racing heart, shallow breathing, are valuable tools that can help us navigate challenging interactions with emotional intelligence and resilience. As we continue through today's episode, you'll learn how to recognize and interpret these signals clearly, just as James did, enabling you to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. Remember to subscribe to True Stoic Way to continue discovering powerful Stoic practices and techniques for mastering your emotions. Let's explore further and equip you with strategies to transform your emotional life, one mindful moment at a time. Part 1. How the body signals emotional stress. Our bodies are remarkable. They continuously communicate with us, providing subtle yet powerful signals about our emotional and psychological states. Yet many of us rarely pause to genuinely listen to what our bodies are trying to tell us. Learning to interpret these physical cues is foundational for emotional mastery, especially in managing stress and emotional upheaval. Think back to the last time you felt stressed or emotionally overwhelmed. Perhaps you were caught in a heated disagreement, dealing with an unexpected deadline at work, or faced with disappointing news. Long before your mind fully grasped the magnitude of the stress, your body had already reacted, sending distinct signals of discomfort. Common physical signs of emotional stress include increased heart rate, shallow or rapid breathing, tightness in the chest or throat, headaches, clenched jaws, tense shoulders, stomach discomfort, or sweaty palms. These physiological responses are automatic and often precede conscious recognition of our emotional state. Essentially, your body is an emotional early warning system, trying to alert you to the internal stress before it becomes overwhelming. Understanding why our bodies react this way involves looking briefly at biology. When faced with stress, our nervous system activates a fight or flight response. Historically, this reaction was critical for survival, enabling humans to rapidly respond to physical threats. Today, however, the same response occurs when facing emotional threats or perceived challenges, such as criticism, conflict, or anxiety about future events. Our bodies interpret these emotional situations as threats, triggering the same physiological responses that our ancestors experienced when facing physical danger. What does this look like in practice? Imagine you're in an important meeting and your ideas are openly criticized. Before your mind even fully registers feelings of embarrassment or anger, your body starts reacting. Your pulse quickens, your breathing becomes shallow, and tension builds in your muscles. These signs appear almost instantaneously, indicating a rising emotional reaction. Why does recognizing these signals matter? Because if we can catch these physical signs early, we create space between stimulus and reaction, a concept central to Stoicism and emotional mastery. This small but crucial gap allows you to choose your response intentionally rather than react impulsively and regretfully. The Stoics understood the profound connection between mind and body. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, frequently advised his students to pay attention to their physical sensations as a guide to their emotional state. By observing physical tension, changes in breath, or fluctuations in heart rate, the Stoics believed you could gain essential insights into managing emotions more effectively. To apply this wisdom practically, begin by increasing your self-awareness throughout your day. Regularly check in with your body, especially during potentially stressful situations. Notice when your shoulders start to tense or when your breathing becomes shallower. When you recognize these signs, acknowledge them without judgment or frustration. Simply observe. Mindfulness, a technique emphasized by both Stoics and modern psychology, can greatly enhance your ability to notice these physical sensations early. Simple practices like deep breathing exercises, mindful body scans, or brief moments of quiet meditation can significantly improve your bodily awareness. These practices train your mind to quickly detect emotional shifts reflected in your physical sensations. Consider integrating a brief body awareness exercise into your daily routine. Set aside just a minute or two periodically throughout the day, perhaps during breaks between tasks or before key meetings, to intentionally check your body. Ask yourself quietly, how am I physically feeling right now? Is there tension anywhere? Am I breathing deeply or shallowly? Initially, you might find this challenging because most of us aren't accustomed to paying close attention to our bodies unless we feel severe pain or discomfort. However, with practice, you'll become increasingly adept at noticing subtle physical changes, which can prevent minor stresses from escalating into overwhelming emotional reactions. Another valuable practice is journaling these physical and emotional experiences regularly. When you notice physical tension or discomfort during the day, take a moment later to write down your observations. Include what happened, your bodily sensations, and how these sensations influenced your emotional state. Over time, this journaling practice can reveal patterns, helping you understand your unique bodily responses to different types of emotional stress. As you grow more skilled at recognizing your body's signals, you create opportunities for powerful interventions, such as consciously relaxing tense muscles, taking deliberate breaths, or briefly stepping back from stressful interactions. These simple acts, rooted in bodily awareness, can profoundly shift your emotional landscape, transforming reactive impulses into thoughtful responses. Remember, mastering your emotional life starts with mastering your physical awareness. By tuning into your body's subtle yet powerful signals, you empower yourself to navigate stress and emotional challenges with calmness, clarity, and intentionality. Don't forget to subscribe to True Stoic Way to continue deepening your understanding of Stoic wisdom and practical techniques for emotional mastery. Let's continue this enlightening journey toward greater emotional resilience and inner stillness together. Part 2, Stoicism and Body Awareness. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that emphasizes self-control, emotional clarity, and inner peace, provides powerful insights into how our bodies play a pivotal role in emotional management. Far from ignoring the physical aspects of human experience, Stoics deeply valued understanding the body's signals as vital tools for achieving emotional resilience and balance. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and one of Stoicism's most prominent thinkers, regularly reflected on the connection between his physical state and emotional clarity. In his private meditations, Marcus frequently reminded himself of the necessity to maintain an awareness of his bodily sensations. For Marcus Aurelius, physical calmness and emotional clarity were closely linked, each reinforcing the other. By maintaining bodily awareness, he found it easier to sustain emotional composure in the face of enormous stress, governing an empire, dealing with political challenges, and navigating personal adversity. Similarly, Seneca, another celebrated Stoic philosopher, taught that understanding and managing our physical states were crucial to emotional mastery. Seneca urged his followers to carefully observe their bodies during stressful situations, highlighting the importance of physical signs as early indicators of emotional disturbances. In his letters, Seneca often described how noticing bodily tension or changes in breath could serve as powerful signals, prompting individuals to pause and regain control over their reactions. The Stoics also emphasized the concept of interconnectedness between body and mind, believing that physical tension or discomfort was not simply a symptom of emotional distress, but an essential component in understanding and managing emotional reactions. Epictetus, the influential Stoic teacher, pointed out that our emotional reactions often manifest physically first, through bodily sensations, before we consciously recognize them. According to Epictetus, becoming proficient at recognizing these physical signals would allow one to respond intentionally rather than impulsively. Stoicism aligns remarkably well with modern psychological insights into the body's role in emotional regulation. Contemporary neuroscience confirms what the Stoics intuitively understood, that emotions significantly affect and are affected by our physical states. Today, we know scientifically that stress triggers distinct physiological responses like increased heart rate, shallow breathing, and muscle tension, all of which can intensify emotional reactions. The Stoics' emphasis on body awareness thus aligns seamlessly with current psychological and scientific understandings of emotional regulation. Why is this Stoic approach relevant today? Because in modern society, emotional stressors are constant and complex. Unlike the ancient world, where stressors were often physical threats, today's stressors, work pressures, relationship conflicts, or societal expectations are frequently psychological. However, our bodies respond as if these stressors were physical threats, activating the same fight-or-flight responses. Without the awareness and techniques advocated by Stoicism, these automatic reactions can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and even long-term health problems. The Stoic practice of cultivating bodily awareness, which can dramatically shift how you experience and respond to these daily stresses. The first step involves recognizing that your body provides continuous feedback about your emotional state. This awareness is the foundation upon which emotional mastery is built, offering you valuable seconds or minutes to consciously choose a wise response. Integrating Stoic wisdom into your daily life means intentionally developing habits to maintain physical awareness consistently. A simple yet powerful Stoic-inspired practice is setting periodic reminders throughout your day to pause briefly and check your physical sensations. When the reminder appears, take a moment to notice your breathing, tension levels, and overall physical state. Acknowledge any sensations without judgment or frustration, simply noting their presence. Over time, this practice helps create habitual awareness, making it easier to detect emotional disturbances at their earliest stages. Another effective Stoic technique involves using bodily awareness to guide emotional responses proactively. For instance, if you anticipate a stressful situation, a difficult conversation, public speaking, or a critical meeting, you can mentally rehearse not only your emotional responses, but also your physical sensations. Visualize yourself staying calm, maintaining steady breathing, and relaxing tense muscles. This mental rehearsal prepares your body and mind, making it easier to sustain composure when the actual situation occurs. Additionally, combining these Stoic practices with modern mindfulness techniques amplifies their effectiveness. Mindfulness meditation, now widely recommended by psychologists, involves deliberately observing your physical sensations, thoughts, and emotions without judgment. Stoicism naturally complements this practice, encouraging mindful observation of your bodily state as a practical tool for emotional clarity and resilience. Journaling, another practice strongly recommended by the Stoics, can also enhance your body awareness significantly. Regularly writing down your bodily sensations during stressful events, along with the emotions accompanying these sensations, provides a clearer understanding of your emotional patterns. Over time, journaling builds your ability to anticipate emotional triggers and respond proactively, enhancing emotional intelligence and resilience. In summary, Stoicism's ancient wisdom regarding body awareness is not only deeply relevant today, but also profoundly practical. By consistently applying these Stoic-inspired techniques, regular bodily check-ins, mindful anticipation of stress, and reflective journaling, you strengthen your capacity to maintain emotional clarity under pressure. Remember, your body is not simply a passive vessel, it is an active participant in your emotional life. By deepening your bodily awareness, you empower yourself to navigate life's challenges with greater emotional strength and intentionality. Don't forget to subscribe to True Stoic Way to continue exploring transformative Stoic techniques, enhancing your emotional mastery, and cultivating lasting inner peace. Let's journey further together toward a life marked by clarity, resilience, and emotional freedom. Part 3, Practical Strategies to Improve Body Awareness. Now that you understand how the Stoics viewed body awareness as vital for emotional mastery, let's discuss practical strategies to integrate this wisdom into your daily life. The first powerful technique to enhance body awareness is mindful breathing. Breathing deeply and consciously helps ground you in the present moment. Try setting aside 5 minutes each morning to practice focused breathing. Sit comfortably, close your eyes gently, and breathe slowly through your nose. Feel your lungs expand fully as you inhale. Notice how your body naturally relaxes as you exhale slowly. During these breaths, pay close attention to sensations in your body. Observe any tension or discomfort without judgment. Simply acknowledging these sensations helps you build greater bodily awareness, making it easier to notice them during stressful situations. Another effective practice is the body scan meditation. This practice involves mentally scanning your body from head to toe, noticing and releasing tension. Begin by finding a quiet, comfortable spot to sit or lie down. Close your eyes and take a few calming breaths. Start by bringing your attention to the top of your head. Notice any sensations, tightness, warmth, or relaxation. Slowly move your attention downward to your forehead, eyes, neck, and shoulders. As you move your focus downward, consciously relax each area of your body. Continue scanning down your chest, stomach, arms, hands, hips, legs, and feet. When you reach your feet, take another deep breath, imagining all tension leaving your body as you exhale. Regular practice of body scanning increases your sensitivity to physical sensations, allowing you to recognize emotional signals more quickly and clearly. Next, journaling about bodily sensations can significantly enhance your body awareness. Keep a dedicated journal specifically for tracking physical responses during emotionally charged events. Whenever you experience emotional stress, take a moment later in the day to reflect and write down how your body responded. For example, note if your heart rate increased, your breathing became shallow, or your muscles tightened. Describe the situation clearly and objectively. Over time, this practice will help you recognize patterns and anticipate your emotional reactions. Another practical approach involves setting periodic reminders throughout your day to pause briefly and check in with your body. You might use alarms, notifications, or even visual cues placed strategically around your workspace or home. When you see or hear the reminder, stop whatever you're doing for just a minute. Observe your physical sensations without trying to change them. Ask yourself gently, am I holding tension anywhere in my body? Is my breathing shallow or deep? These regular brief check-ins foster continuous awareness of your emotional and physical states, greatly enhancing your overall emotional resilience. The Stoics also recommended the practice of visualization to prepare your body and mind for stressful situations. Before an anticipated challenging event, a meeting, public speaking engagement, or difficult conversation, spend a few moments visualizing the scenario. Mentally rehearse not only your emotional response, but also your physical sensations. Imagine yourself remaining calm, feeling your breath steady and your muscles relaxed. By preparing your body mentally ahead of time, you'll find it easier to maintain composure during real-life situations. Physical activity, like yoga or gentle stretching, is another valuable practice to build body awareness. Engaging regularly in mindful movement connects your mind deeply with your body. During these activities, pay careful attention to how each movement feels. Notice when you feel tightness or resistance and consciously relax into each pose or stretch. Regular physical practice can heighten your overall awareness of bodily sensations, enabling you to quickly identify emotional signals in daily life. Additionally, incorporating mindful eating practices can also enhance your body awareness. Instead of rushing through meals or eating distractedly, take the time to slow down and pay full attention to your experience. Notice the tastes, textures, and sensations as you chew slowly. This simple habit brings your attention back to your body, reinforcing your overall mindfulness throughout the day. Lastly, cultivate a daily habit of reflection and gratitude toward your body. Regularly take a moment to acknowledge and appreciate your body for its continual communication and guidance. Expressing gratitude for these signals reinforces the value you place on bodily awareness, encouraging deeper and more consistent practice. By consistently applying these practical strategies, mindful breathing, body scanning, journaling, regular check-ins, visualization, mindful movement, and mindful eating, you will significantly improve your ability to detect and manage emotional stress early. Over time, you'll notice increased clarity, emotional resilience, and inner peace, transforming your overall quality of life. Remember, mastering body awareness is an ongoing, rewarding journey. For continued support and guidance, subscribe to True Stoic Way and join a community dedicated to emotional growth, resilience, and lasting inner peace. Let's now put everything we've discussed into practice with a powerful exercise designed to enhance your body awareness. Find a quiet and comfortable place where you won't be disturbed. Sit or lie down comfortably and gently close your eyes. Begin by taking a slow, deep breath through your nose. Feel your chest and abdomen expand fully. Hold your breath briefly, then slowly exhale through your mouth. Allow any tension to melt away as you breathe out. Now bring your attention gently to your feet. Notice any sensations you feel there: warmth, coolness, tension, or relaxation. Consciously relax your toes and feet. Take another slow breath and move your attention slowly upward to your ankles and calves. Feel any tightness or tension there. With each exhale, imagine releasing that tension. Move your attention upward, gently observing sensations in your knees and thighs. If you notice any discomfort or tension, breathe into it softly, consciously relaxing those muscles. Continue moving your awareness upward to your hips and lower back. Many people hold stress in this area without realizing it. Breathe deeply, visualizing relaxation flowing through your lower back, releasing any tension. Next, focus your attention on your stomach and chest. Notice your breathing. Is it deep and calm or shallow and tight? Deliberately take deeper, slower breaths, calming your body further with each inhale and exhale. Now shift your focus to your shoulders and neck. These areas often store significant tension from daily stress. As you breathe deeply, consciously allow your shoulders to relax and gently lower. Feel your neck softening and tension melting away with each breath. Move your awareness upward to your face and jaw. Notice if your jaw is tight or clenched. Release that tension intentionally, allowing your facial muscles to relax completely. With each slow, steady breath, feel your entire body becoming calm and relaxed. Now, spend a moment observing your body as a whole. Notice how different you feel compared to when you first began this exercise. Acknowledge the calmness and relaxation you have cultivated simply by observing and releasing bodily tension. Before finishing, gently remind yourself that you can access this peaceful, aware state at any time during your day. By regularly practicing this body awareness exercise, you'll become more attuned to subtle physical signals that precede emotional reactions. This increased awareness grants you the power to choose your responses intentionally rather than reacting impulsively. Slowly bring your attention back to your surroundings. Wiggle your fingers and toes gently to awaken your body. Take one final deep breath, savoring the sense of calm and clarity you have created. When you're ready, softly open your eyes, carrying this mindful state with you into the rest of your day. Remember, emotional mastery is a journey made up of consistent, mindful steps. Continue practicing this exercise regularly to deepen your body awareness, strengthen emotional resilience, and enhance your overall quality of life. Don't forget to subscribe to True Stoic Way for ongoing support and practical guidance on your journey toward emotional mastery and lasting inner peace. Remember, cultivating body awareness is not about perfection. It's about consistent practice. Every moment you spend tuning into your body's signals enhances your emotional intelligence and strengthens your resilience. The Stoics understood that mastering our emotions involves consistent daily practice and patient self-reflection. Each time you pause and consciously choose your response, rather than reacting impulsively, you're building a powerful habit. Think of your body as a loyal companion guiding you toward emotional clarity and balance. When your body signals tension or discomfort, it's gently reminding you to pause, breathe, and recalibrate. Embrace these signals as opportunities for growth rather than reasons for frustration. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." In the same way, very little is needed to build profound emotional mastery, simply consistent awareness and deliberate practice. As you continue this practice, you'll begin noticing a positive ripple effect throughout your life. Relationships will improve as you communicate more calmly and clearly. Work will feel less stressful as you respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. Your mental and physical health will benefit significantly as stress levels decrease and emotional clarity increases. Stay committed, patient, and compassionate toward yourself throughout this journey. Recognize and celebrate your progress, even the smallest victories. Each mindful breath and each intentional pause matters. Over time, these small acts accumulate into significant emotional strength and resilience. Remember, emotional mastery is a lifelong journey. Each step forward, no matter how small, moves you toward lasting inner peace and fulfillment. Continue engaging with True Stoic Way for ongoing insights and practices. Together, we can cultivate a community dedicated to emotional resilience, clarity, and lasting inner stillness. Today, we've explored the incredible power of body awareness in mastering our emotional reactions. You now understand how the Stoics valued this awareness as a fundamental tool for emotional clarity and resilience. By paying close attention to your body's subtle signals, you've learned how to create space for thoughtful, intentional responses, even in challenging situations. Remember, every small moment of bodily awareness can profoundly change the trajectory of your emotional experiences. Consistent practice through mindful breathing, body scans, journaling, and regular check-ins will steadily build your emotional strength. As you deepen this practice, you'll experience clearer communication, stronger relationships, and reduced stress in your daily life. If you found value in today's insights and practical exercises, please subscribe to True Stoic Way to continue your journey toward emotional mastery and inner peace. Each episode offers powerful Stoic wisdom and practical tools, guiding you toward greater emotional clarity and lasting resilience. I invite you to share your experiences with body awareness in the comments below. Your stories inspire others and help build a supportive, engaged community dedicated to emotional growth. Please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. When you share this podcast, you contribute to spreading practical, transformative Stoic wisdom, empowering others to improve their emotional lives. Remember, mastering your emotions isn't about suppressing or avoiding them. It's about recognizing, understanding, and responding to them wisely. Every step you take toward emotional mastery brings you closer to living a balanced, fulfilling life. Thank you for joining me on this meaningful journey. Together, let's continue to nurture our emotional resilience, maintain our inner peace, and embrace the powerful stillness within.